welcome back to my channel. Today I am putting to the test a very expensive moisturizer. It is the MER Moisturizing cream. I wanted to see what all the fuss was about, you know, why it's so expensive, what's so good about it. I really wanted to see. I've heard some bad feedback, I've heard some good feedback, I've read a lot of reviews online, so let's put it to the test. Keep on watching, but don't forget to subscribe. Okay guys, let's get straight into it. So the first thing I want to mention about this product is that the reviews I've read on the internet and some of my clients who have used it have told me that it is so thick. And I thought to myself, there's a reason why it's so highly concentrated. That is probably one of the reasons why it is so expensive. So I looked into it a little bit more and I found the best way to actually apply this is using your hands, but firstly massaging it into your hands. Now I think the initial reaction from so many people is to grab the product, wipe it on the face, and then move it around. I think that is the reason why it becomes so thick and so uncomfortable. I think if we're actually going to maneuver it in our hands first and melt the product and then push it into the skin, it's going to be a little bit better. So let's go ahead and get started. Firstly, what I'm going to do is take these 3 fingers here and pick up the product. So I'm actually starting to melt the product into my fingers and massage it, and then we're going to press it into my skin. Okay, so one of the main reasons why this product is so expensive is that it is supposed to have a miracle broth. A miracle broth is actually a number of different minerals that have been fermented over months, so it makes them really concentrated, and a whole lot of them, so that you're actually getting 100% of the mineral put into the skin. So that is the reason why they call it miracle broth, one of the reasons why it is so expensive. So apparently it is very highly concentrated in magnesium. Magnesium is actually really good for elasticity in your skin, so it keeps the collagen in there, it keeps it looking very youthful and very radiant. So definitely what so many people love about products is something that does have magnesium in them, because it does help keep that skin really plump. Now when I go for facials, I always try and go for like an oxygen facial, and the reason why I do that is because I like keeping my skin plump and healthy and radiant, and that's what that magnesium is going to do. And it is definitely a thicker product. It is not something that is quite thin. It's not a gel formula. It's definitely very creamy, but I'm just pushing it in, and I can see there is a lot of radiance already. Smells nice. I feel like an old man that puts aftershave on, like, sort of feels like my makeup's going to slip off. We're going to try it out. Now there also is a lot of calcium and zinc, which is obviously very vital to your skin. It's very good for your skin. Looking at my face just straight off, it looks like I've already got highlighter on. It is so smooth, so soft. Guys, I'm actually really loving this product. Sticky, greasy on the hands, a little bit. Now I'm not going to use any other priming products on my face, because I want to put this to the test and I want to see what it does to my skin. Now it's time to actually get into my face. So the next product that I'm going to use is my foundation. I'm going to go in with the shade Sand by MECCA MAX and just start working on that foundation to my skin. I'm going to use a TBX, I believe it's called, foundation brush. This foundation I would say is definitely like a medium coverage, sheer to medium coverage. It's definitely not full. You would have to build it up. We're just going to keep applying it in the very center of the face and working it down. I do feel like that moisturizer has sheared out my foundation a little bit. I feel like the last time I wore this, it was going on a little bit more thicker, so I think that it's definitely sheared it out underneath. I have no problem with that though. I like it. It's going to keep me looking very radiant. Okay guys, my skin is feeling super soft, super fresh. Look at that, still coming through. It has actually really complemented the formula of my foundation. It hasn't made it separate, hasn't made it look cakey. So the next thing that we're going to do is apply some concealer. I'm going to use the Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer in the shade SX07. So just taking a small concealer brush by the Weaver, we're going to apply that. This is quite a thick formula, so we're just going to apply little strokes like this and just really try and space them out the tiniest amount on the lids. So I'm just going to use a beauty sponge and we're just going to melt and press that product into the skin. Using the back end of my beauty sponge, I'm going to press that product really into the skin to mold it and melt it, and then using the tip just in the inner corner, and then I'm going to push the back end of it over my eyelids. Would you guys believe that I actually still have some eyelash extensions from Bali in there? I can't get them out. I literally can't. I try everything. Baby oil, coconut oil, remover. Try yanking them. Don't yank them. Do I feel like my skin looks expensive AF today? Yeah, I do. Feeling pretty damn good. So I'm just going to take an angled brush and my BrowCode in the shade mid brown? Deep brown. Sorry, I have mid brown and deep brown. I like them both. And I'm just going to start applying that product just under the brow here. Okay, I'm just going to give that foundation and concealer to really mold and melt into the skin, because I'm still putting the moisturizer to the test. I want to see if it creases it or if it makes it go a bit icky if it's not set, so I just want to have a look. Okay, so checking back on my skin, still very happy. It is not creasing the product. It's not making it look cakey. So now we're gonna set. So first I'm gonna take Banana Bake and I'm gonna use that underneath my eyes. I'm just gonna take a really old fluffy brush by Napoleon. It's a 16R. I like this Banana Bake because it is like the perfect yellow shade for underneath my eye when I wanna highlight. I have noticed that if I use too much, it builds up too much product very quickly because it is a very finely milled product. So I'm just gonna use really small amounts to set my under eye. Can you hear those birds? Just taking that product bit by bit. I'm going to bring it around this area too, just so in photos you get that nice little highlighted area here. So next we're going to take a buffing brush, which is 24R by Napoleon Pettis, and then just a medium shade Blur Veil MECCA MAX setting powder, and I'm just going to press that into my skin. This is definitely a buildable powder. I even think you could wear it to work by itself. You just keep layering the product. I do feel like it is finely milled as well. It's not feeling like it's too heavy. It's not caking up on the skin either. So the next thing I'm going to do is my eyes, and I'm going to take this really cute, it's like a personalized Too Faced palette for Mecca's 20 year. What should I do? I think I just want to keep it really soft and natural. I'm going to take a 228 by Zoeva, and we're just going to pick up You're So Fancy. And I'm going to slowly run it through the socket, just bringing it a little higher than my socket as well. I feel like my eyes are just a little bit more closed off when I don't do this, so I'm just going to bring it up a little higher. Great pigment to this color. Usually really pale colors are just so hard to work on because they just disappear into my skin, but this is actually coming up really nicely. Just going to take a 223 bullet brush by Zoeva, pick up You're So Fancy again, and just run it on the bottom lashes as well. I really want to make this a really nice soft natural eye today, so I'm just going to take the same 228 and pick up Girl Gang, and then we're just going to work it onto the outer corners of my eye, down the bottom lashes as well. Usually I elongate my eyes, but I'm not doing that this time. You let me know if you think I look so different. Now I'm just going to pick up a flat shader brush, which is the 232 by Zoeva, and we're just going to go in with these Pop, Fizz and Clink, and then we're just going to press that over the inner corners of the eye and then halfway through. It's just going to give us that really nice soft pinky whitish effect. Now we're going to add a really baby wing liner to this look, so I'm going to pick up my 77 gel inklet liner, and I'm just going to take a wing liner brush. So this one is a 317 by Zoeva, and we're just going to start to work on that liner on the outside tail of the eye, and then we're going to join it really slowly. I'm actually just going to keep the thickness on the halfway through point of the eye and then just press the brush really gently in the inner corners just to give it a little bit of definition, but definitely not too much thickness. Now that that's all done, I'm just going to take some Benefit They Are Real mascara and apply that directly to the lashes and wiggling the product upward, and a little on the bottom as well. Now I'm actually going to do my lashes last, but I'm going to do the rest of my face first because staring at my face into the camera with no definition is killing me. Now I just want to test out the pigment to these because if it's too shimmery, I won't be able to use it as a contour by itself. I'll definitely need to add something more matte. So I'm just going to pick up a 22B by Napoleon and start to work that product on the outsides of my cheekbones. Take it across the jawline as well and just bronze up the forehead a little. This bronze is beautiful for like a really soft, maybe more pale skin tone. Just picking up a 227 by Zoeva. I'm going to run it just down the sides of my nose for some definition, a little under the lid. Now with that same brush, I'm just going to pick up this really pretty blush color. Oh my god, I can't wait. Absolutely stunning color. It is so pretty and peachy. It's definitely not too shimmery at all. It does have a slight shimmer through it, but not too much. I'm going to run a little bit of that peachiness across the forehead as well, and a little on the chin. Just picking up a 105 by Zoeva and just this highlighting shade just here. Just going to work on a little bit of that highlight. Before I do my lips, it's time to do my lashes. Now that those lashes are on, let's go and do my lips. For lips, I'm going to take the Audacious lipstick by NARS in the shade Bella, and I'm not going to use a lip liner for this because I want it to be really diffused and soft. So I'm just going to take it really gently. Oh wow, beautiful color. Now we're just going to keep everything very hydrated, very radiant. So I'm going to take the Mario Badescu facial spray with aloe, herbs and rose water. This is the first time I'm trying this. Well guys, that is the end of the video. Would I recommend to go and buy this product? It is really hard to say. The fact that it has been really nice and moisturizing, hydrating, it's given my skin a really nice radiant finish, are all the things that I would expect from something as expensive as this. Would I recommend it straight off the bat? I think I'm actually going to use it every single day for a month, and after that month I want to see the texture of my skin improve, the tone of my skin improve. I want to see a lot of different things that have changed about my skin, and then I'll touch base in a couple of tutorials and tell you how I'm going with it. I'm actually going to link in my description box some really good moisturizers that are less expensive, that I have used in the past, that I do think are really beautiful formulas. That's definitely going to help for some people that really just don't want to go out and spend a whole heap of money on this. Having said that though, it is really beautiful. I definitely wouldn't recommend to grab it and put it on your face. Like I was saying at the very start of the video, I would moisturize it on my hands first and then push it into my skin. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys next time.